Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. It's a fresh edition of Your Image, the public relations program on television. Today, we are looking at the issue of security and we are looking at the issue of police. There's a mantra, the police is your friend. This mantra has been on for ages. So, today, we have the police public relations officer for Ogun State Command, Officer Oluseyi Babashe, is there with us in the studio. Couple, you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, and Dr. Barry. Thank you for having me on this program today.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, let's start off like this. The mantra, the police is your friend. What are you doing to reinforce, the trust of Nigerian citizens about this matter?
Yeah, firstly, I won't be here if the police is not your friend, because I'm sitting down here with you, doctor, because we have a relationship with the community and the public. How will I say so? Because we emanated from the public. The police did not come about in isolation. So I'm here based on the fact that the police is your friend, and we are willing to listen to people's feedback. Where we go wrong, we correct our steps, we discipline ourselves when necessary, and also the police is our friend. Once again, when we are saying so, is because without the police in the society, there's going to be anarchy. And we are here to forestall any anarchy that's going to happen in the society, and keep being your friend in trying to liaise with you people, because we are from you and we are with you.
Okay. In public relations practice, we have the practice and we have the theories. To reinforce the citizens' trust, public relations is about building trust. So what steps have you taken? For instance, if I come to the police station now, what are the things that I will see that will, embolden me to trust the police more?
Basically, if you check the uniforms of the Nigerian police, you have various uniforms. It always interfaces to show that we are trying to be open to you. Having the blue in our uniform shows we are open, And also, when you come to our police station, you see we have DPOs, and we have DPOs who lecture their men to do what is necessary when there are cases at the counter, the charge room of office. They handle the case professionally, and if not handled, we have oversight officers that check them to know where they have gone wrong or where necessary. So, how we in the police have done this is we have even bridged the gap more than the police station.
Amazing.
We have our online presence, we have our Twitter presence, Threads, Instagram. You can report cases, and we give you directions of how to go about. If it's a case that is not really the purview of the police, we give you legal advices of how to go about your cases.
Really?
Yes, I'm a lawyer by profession.
Oh, okay.
And if people report cases to me, I give them the right route of how to do things. And the Inspector General of Police, IGP Abeokuta has NPM, that's the Nigerian Police Medal, he has bridged the gap by using technology to bring us closer to the public. And how do we do so? By our social media platforms. Also, we have also created various digital platforms to bridge that gap, like in Ogun State Police Command.
Okay.
Today we have the Gateway Shield platform.
The Gateway Shield?
Yes, Gateway Shield platform. It's a platform which gives us closure with the society by them reporting their security concerns. Not only security concerns, we also give public advice. For example, if there is a hold up somewhere, or there's traffic jam anywhere, or there's something, we give advices to the public. This road, please avoid spending the time. We put things in place. So we are bridging that gap between the police and the society, and this is at least laundering our image rightly. And this is helping us to know that people to know that the police are humans like them, and we are willing to listen to them when necessary. And if our officers err, we punish them when necessary too. And also we train and retrain our officers to bring about the police image in the right light. As you know that it's easier for you to see the wrongs in police.
Right.
But the rights we do, people don't talk about them. And we have to continue speaking about this good we have done, knowing that we are trying to do everything to streamline our relationship with the public. Thank you very much.
So, what do you want the citizens to do in specific? What emails can they access, to talk to you?
You know that I'm the public of the police command. So I will roll out the number of our gateway shield. That gateway shield, you can access it via the phone number.
Okay.
access it via the website,
Okay.
and also you can download the application on the App Store or the Google Play Store for Android and iPhones respectively. We are accessible to the technology-driven people, the ones that are not technology-driven also. So that the phone number is 080 9111.
Okay.
So I'll come again.
Okay.
0809111. That number, if you call that number, give any concern. You know, the extent that the platform is so digital to the extent that when you call from, it's tracked to your location. So that if the nearest police station is put on alert that this person has an emergency concern, then they are waiting for a call to call. They call you and give you feedback or expect your feedback on what is happening. For example, during the holidays, we had issues of something is happening at this place.
Okay.
Police come. We start up our emergency response and rapid response.
Right.
So we enjoy people to download the app on the Google Play Store. That's Gateway
Shield.
on the Google Play Store, on the App Store,
Right.
respectively, because we are here, your security is our concern. Give us your anonymous tips of what is happening in your society, and we go down to the society and find and confirm this intelligence and act on it promptly. Thank you very much.
Okay, talking about people's rights, you know, in a democracy, most people think that they have license to say anything. You know, I speak about the case that you are looking at presently. So when does your right become something that can land you in problems? You know, for instance, there's a case in point of a lady who just made some accusations. So what's your advice to citizens generally about, you know, the limits of democracy? You know,
basically, where your right starts, my right stops is where your right starts. So I have to do everything not to trample on your right, and if I do so, you can seek a redress against me.
right?
For example, the Cybercrime Prohibition Act of 2015, which had some alterations and amendments over the years, down to recent years, has made us understand that everything we say, everything we say, even online, should be verified before we say it. We should not just speculate, because when you speculate against the person's personality, you have defamed the person's character, and the chances of people saying it online, you know, on the law of defamation, where 2 or 3 people hear about it, or it's presumed as a publication, many people will have access to it, and it's part of the points to prove for defamation. So, but the Cybercrime Prevention Act, Prevention and Provision Act also went to an extent to make it applicable to the social media, and that gives a lot of consciousness to all of us that when we are communicating with people online, we should be factual, not stipulate based on sensation or give the dog a bad name because we want to kill it. And later finding out that the dog is not bad. So we have to be so conscious of how we communicate to people, conscious of our allegations made against people. If you don't have backings for your allegations, you don't make it against people. So we enjoin everybody to say what they can defend. And that goes a long way to keep decorum in the society.
It goes a long way to keep decorum in the society. That is, don't be a rumor monger. You know, fact check what you are going to say before sharing it. Even on WhatsApp groups, you know, because does that apply to you on WhatsApp groups?
There's liability on you on everything you share.
Really?
You can read something in a WhatsApp group, but you're not sharing it out, knowing that you have not confirmed the information. You have no liability on you. He who posts has the liability.
Okay, whoever posts
has the liability to prove, because you can't just post something you have not verified, because there's no ignorance in the law. The law says there's presumption that you had knowledge of this, what you are posting, because the law sees everyone as a reasonable person. So we judge you based on the law. The police doesn't judge. We are just we can just investigate and forward our cases to court. But we come to a conclusion based on the fact that we use the reasonable man's test to come to a conclusion that when we are offending this thing, do you have knowledge of it? Then why did you spread what you're not sure of? So we have to be so conscious that to know that your right starts when my right stops.
Okay, we have to be conscious of people's rights. Let's talk about the issue of public relations, using public relations. You know, the human rights department that you have in various police stations now, there's the human rights section.
Yes, we have the officer in charge of human rights.
Okay, we have the officer in charge of human rights. So tell us more about this. What is that department set up to do?
This department is set up as an oversight department.
Oversight.
For example, if people feel your rights have been trampled, you come to the department, make your complaint. We also have police of the police department. How like that? We call them the export and the monitoring unit.
Okay.
They police the police in doing their duties. In doing their duties, and this has been very. We have had successes in trying to monitor police officers to do what is appropriate, and when they are not doing what is appropriate, they are sanctioned. The CP is briefed every day of everything that goes on, even at times. If there's any issue within any jurisdiction, the CP is briefed, and he has given blanket go ahead for the right thing to be done. Not that you need to wait for clearance to do what is right. And that is what has aided us in bridging bureaucracy in our Yogo State Police Command.
Okay. It's the beginning of the new year. So what you advise to citizens of Ogun State listening to you about how they can protect themselves, about how they can be security conscious?
One way to be very security conscious first is to first see something and say it.
Okay.
Because when you bridge what is not right, it increases. In your society, when you see people that are suspicious, call them to the police station. Please, we don't know you. All those kind of little things go away in preventing things. When people see your society, you are so conscious in your society. It's people, the criminals who want to run you from that society. Because, if you go there, those people go talk. They go talk police say maybe you identify. You should identify yourself too. Identify yourself, and this goes a long way to fighting crimes and criminality, because we only breed what we give chance to. And we also enjoin people that they should not take the laws into their hands. I recently posted on my Twitter page and my Facebook handle that I first talked about Afri and Aso. Why did I say so? People will say, okay, this person fought me. You fighting back has reduced the impact of you to claim we are the complainants. Because now we the government are the complainants against you. The state is not the complainant against you, because both of you are fought. And that's Afri. So some people don't know that he's the one that beat me first, I must beat him back. When you feel your right is trampled, inform us promptly. Don't take the laws into your hands, because what if you hit someone and the person dies? The law will not look at the fact that before then the person had any internal issues or any other thing, but the law will look at the fact that what has been done, that you acted by hitting the person or not, and it is consequence to that effect that the person died. So the law is so stringent on looking at things as it is and things as it ought to be. So let's all be conscious. Where our rights are trampled, report promptly, and if you see something, you say something. Because every security concern, security is a shared responsibility, not only for the police.
Security is a shared responsibility. It is not only for the police. So talking about the image, the image of the police, and corruption. So what are you doing about it? Because many people will say, police, we give them something. If they come to your place to greet you, you must drop something. If they go there, you must drop something. So what are you doing about this perception? Because we are perception managers as public relations.
I told somebody recently, like, if there's no giver, there will not be receiver. Then if somebody you expect from you and you report the person,
right.
That's why I say, if something and you report the person, we act on it and discipline that person. You will not want to try it again. But where you are offering and you want to receive, that is where you complain. You see, most people make media trials of the police. The police are doing this, the police are doing that. Where have they asked you for money and you say, you ask anybody that's asking for money and you say, I'm not giving you money. Let me report to the PPR, let me report to the commissioner of police. The commissioner of police number is accessible at every time. So we have come to decide that we want to do media trial of the police without looking at ourselves in retrospect of what we can do. When we see something, call us. We caution our men. We do training and retraining of our men every quarter to make them understand that these are the best practices. That there is nothing that corruption is not permissible, it's not allowed. So we, as a police force, we are conscious of that. That's why when we discipline our men, we put it out to know that the commissioner of police and even the IG is not permissible of all these actions. So if we are permissible of it, are we going to throw them under the bus?
Okay, is the giver liable under the law?
Yes, giving and receiving of gratification is the offense, but the offense is under the law. You can check the criminal code. Giving and receiving of gratification makes you liable on the both makes the both parties liable. So we're not enjoying people not to, because some people can say they are police officers and they're not officers. And because of the fear, you succumb to them.
Right.
So please, we want us to be conscious of who we relate with. When we are relating with police officers, make sure if you are not satisfied with their conduct, tell us, not we speculate about these things online and make it look bigger than they are. Because the good in the police force has overridden the little bad we have. And we are working against to stamp out the bad from the police force every day.
What are the ways that we can identify an authentic policeman?
Every policeman has his name tag on it.
Right.
Every policeman you see his name tag has his name tag on it. You have an ID card and everything. You can ask the police officer, sir, please, who are you? Where are you serving? And that is a justified question.
Right.
And they will answer you appropriately.
Okay. There you have it. We'd like to thank you, Oluseyi Babashe, for coming on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Dari. I really appreciate this opportunity to sensitize the public that we, the police officers, are responsive, proactive, and not just reactive. Okay. Thank you very much.
There you have it. That's your image for this week. Until next week, when we come your way again with a fresh edition of the program, on behalf of the whole team, Abeokuta, Buki, Olarinde, and Martins Adioye, this is your sincerely, Dari Folarin, saying bye for now.